So here's the second video that I did, or that I'm doing for the Saturday 9 a.m. daily using Sultai control. This is a daily that I went 0-3 drop in. So you get to see how poorly I perform, but it's a learning experience for me. So I won the die roll, so I'm 2 for 2 on die rolls here. So I kept 6, or sorry, I kept 7, and here's why I kept 7. I've got a delta, I've got an island. Okay, that gives me Disdainful Stroke. I draw a third land, I got Ashiok, and if I happen to draw green, I have Satyr Wayfinder. So, having Crux of Fate and Garruk, over the long term, that'll be good. But, here's really the reason why I'm keeping the hand. So, he's making a decision whether to go down to 5. He stays at 6, so I play with Pluto Delta. So now he's just dropped a really weird card. And right now I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I know what the card is, but I'm a little apprehensive about what he's going to be doing with it. So I did manage to draw Thoughtseize, not a land. But I choose not to do anything because I don't know what I'm looking at just yet. And I'd rather Thoughtseize him when I know what I'm looking at. And I still don't know what I'm looking at. So there's my third land. Out comes Ashiok, which gets Stubborn Denial. Which again, I'm going, what? So Cloud Form, I have no idea what I'm looking at. So now I Thoughtseize, just to figure out what the hell I'm looking at. And I see Secret Plans. So right now I'm thinking, dude's playing a draft deck. And not only is he playing a draft deck, but I'm getting beaten down by a draft deck. And he morphs, now a 6/6 flying hexproof. So I'm like, great. And at this point I just said, you know what, enough's enough. So we move on into game 2. So obviously I'm taking the play. Now this is, I think, the first time that I don't have a 2-card hand or a 2-land hand. I've got all 3 colors. I've got 2 Wayfinders. I Thoughtseize Uncut, so I think I'm in pretty good shape here. So he mulligans to 6. Should I go into game? I must have gone into game 3. So start off with the Opulent Palace. So, oh, yeah, this is game 3. Okay. I'll go into game 2 later. So, Bile Blight helps me get... Basically, I'm trying to play reactive. He plays a morph. I react to it. So again, I'm a bit on my back foot. I've already missed a land drop. And he's doing these stupid wild calls. So I'm not overly concerned about them. Only because, I've got a plethora of removal in my hand. I've got that, I've got the cut, I've got the Sultai Charm. So, and, it's an island, so. And here I Treasure Cruise. So again, he morphs. I think I end up cutting this. Yeah. Oh, yeah, any stubborn denials. So the Wayfinder just does this thing and jumps. Now, it sucks that I lose a Negate, a Bile Blight, and a Crux of Fate, but so here I'll dig, which he Stubborn Denials. So here I play Garruk. And I put in a Death Touch creature. So he comes in, I block. He chooses to deal with Garruk. So I put the 3/3 Beast out. Sultai Charm. Now I probably should have saved the Sultai Charm. So now here's where things get a little dicey. Trying to bait him into blocking. So, if you didn't see that there, I tried to bait him into blocking. I cast a Wayfinder. I gained some life off of my beast through Garruk. So, I've got another turn, and then he plays Ghostfire Blade, and he swings in for 6. So now let's actually take a look at game 2. So here again, I've got, is this game 2 or game 3? Okay, so yeah, MTGO has it mixed up. So game 3, this is actually game 2, so I choose to play first. So again, this is the story of what was going on, and a lot of this is poor decision making on my behalf. So here's the problem with this hand. It's a 2-lander. I got no green sources. I don't have a lot of support for this hand, so I've got the Thoughtseize, and I've got a Disdainful Stroke. Okay, Dig Through Time, not a good card right now. Murderous Cut is going to be, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 for the land, 4 for the Thoughtseize, so I'm going to be 1 mana short for Murderous Cut going into turn 2 or turn 3, and I'm still a mana short for Hero's Downfall. So this one's really dependent on me drawing a land in the next 3 turns. So I Thoughtseize him. I took the Stubborn Denial. I don't get to see what it was, but if we pull up the chat, I have to do this for the chat. Okay, so there was an Icefeather Aven, a Forest of Thornwood Falls, a Temur War Shaman, and a Bone Nylea. So again, I'm thinking this guy's playing a draft deck. So there's the Thornwood Falls. So again, I haven't drawn a land. Okay, there's the Icefeather Aven. Okay, so let's step through. Again, no land. No land. Finally, I hit a land. Keep that one on top. He's got a Trail of Mystery, which is going to be problematic. I don't know. So there's the Murderer's Cut. At that point, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at still, so... And remember, each time he's doing this wild call, he's getting to put a basic land card into play, or into his hand. So while I did stumble, I have recovered pretty nicely, but I've, it's also given him a chance to do stuff pretty much for free. So he comes in with this 5/5, Bow and Ilia. So there's my Satyr Wayfinder. Oh, look, there's a swamp. So here comes Dig Through Time, and I get a negate and a Bile Blight. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got enough mana to play Garruk. But a Hero's Downfall, and I Bile Blight and clear the board. The idea being, okay, I'll do that. Now he gains 3 life. Relevance, not a whole hell of a lot. Let's speed through his turn. Temur War Shaman. So when he enters the battlefield, manifest. There's a fight element to it. I don't like it, so away it goes. So I get another Disdainful Stroke, which is good. Right now what I'm playing around is I'm playing around his Stubborn Denial. So Rakshaka Death Dealer is something that I brought in from the sideboard. By looks of things, I also brought in Negate. Probably brought in more Disdainful Strokes. So here I go, and I'm taking out the Sultai Charm. Going on a treasure cruise, found my third Sultai Charm. There's a third Disdainful Strokes. I did bring in Disdainful Strokes. There's Dig Through Time, which probably stayed on top. There's a Morph. Now, it's curious that I haven't used the Sultai Charm to take out the Trail of Mystery. I probably should have done that a long time ago, especially when I just had 2 in hand. So out comes Garruk. There's my 3/3 beast. Now I feel like I'm in the driver's seat. Until he does that, which is fine. He swings in for 4. I use Garruk to gain the 2 life off of the creature. Now I've got a Death Dealer on the table. Having the Death Dealer on the table is really nice. That's a nice little play. So there's Kiora. Stubborn Denials it. And the good thing about the Rakshaka Death Dealer is He's keeping the Sagu Mauler at bay. And at this point, you know, Garrick is really kind of just doing a real work here. You know, I'm just chipping away at all of his resources. You know, he can play a morph all he wants. And Ghost Fireblade it. Like, I mean, none of this really matters. Because now I go and emblem him. You know, I emblem him, and you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 40 points of damage, 47 points of damage. He's at 32. So he Avenice Feather. One of them. So he takes 2, he takes 2, he's still taking 8, 16, and 7 is 23, and that was enough. Because, lucky for me, those are Death Touch, so I only have to deal 1 damage to him. And that was game 2. So that was my second round. This one I was really, really disappointed. I kept some really, really bad hands. So I should have mulliganed better. And I lost to effectively a draft. And that really upset me. So that kind of put me on tilt for the third round, but again, that's no excuse. So anyways, that's my second round, and I'll put together a video for the third and final round.